Morning, everybody. Welcome to Political Fight Club. I'm Robert Durden, and this episode is going to be about Amazon, or as they're trying to rebrand, AmaZen. Oh, good God. As a satirist, I really never run out of material in today's day and age, especially in America. So, here's what Amazon's doing now, and I'm a little bit late to the party. This actually came out like late May, and I just saw it for the first time this morning. I imagine it's not circulating a whole lot since, Amazon has enough influence to keep stories like this hush-hush. But basically, they came out with these new little cubicles you can go into to, meditate and de-stress. They're calling them, oh goodness, yeah, an Ama-Zen meditation booth. They're calling it the Zen booth. Let's call this for what it is. It's a scream box. You guys remember in Malcolm in the Middle where Hal had whenever he was having a meltdown, he didn't want to scream down the hall from all the kids and have them hear him go off the rails. He just put that wooden box on his head, lock it in the front, and then he just screamed like crazy inside till he was all done. That's what this is, a scream box. So rather than Amazon actually paying their workers a wage that they deserve, especially for the horrible work that they do, and then maybe making it so that they don't have to work 80 hours a week, or so that they can have breaks to go to the bathroom, and so that they have good benefits, and rather than doing anything that would actually allow them to be treated well, and then they also destroy all of their chances to unionize. As we now know, they cheated in Bessemer, Alabama, and they're going to probably do a recount down there. They install a Zen booth, which is really just a scream box. So let's talk about what's actually in it. This is actually it's hilarious how little they try to, hide what this really is. It's a place for people to go cry at Amazon if they want to cry without anybody else seeing them. So, and I'm joking a little bit, but this is one of the most dystopian things beyond satire that I can think of, and I am going to make some jokes about it, but this is fucking horrible. And of course they say this in the first, this is on Vice, by the way. In one of its most dystopian moves yet, Amazon is introducing tiny booths where its overworked warehouse employees can momentarily escape a job so grueling, many employees say they don't feel like they have enough time to even use the bathroom. The Zen booth, or the Mindful Practice Room as it's called, is part of the Working Well program Amazon announced on May 17th. According to an Amazon press release, Working Well is a mix of, quote, physical and mental activities, wellness exercises, and healthy eating support, meant to help them recharge and re-energize. And they keep using those words, by the way, in the press release from Amazon. It seems to indicate they really only literally see their workers as automatons. It's you can go in and you can plug yourself back in and then take a very short cry, and then you can get back to your, assembly line job, you automaton, you cog in this huge machine. Oh my God. They can't even hide their apathy for their workers in their, pamphlets that they hand out. Listen to this. Okay. One of the Working Well initiatives is AmaZen, which guides employees through mindfulness practices and individual interactive kiosks at buildings. What this looks like in reality is a coffin-sized booth in the middle of an Amazon warehouse where workers can use a computer to view mental health and mindful practices. Based on a video released on Amazon Twitter account, which is here, by the way, you should watch it. It is beyond dystopian. A little bit funny, too. The woman that they have here, trying to sell this as anything other than a scream box where people go to cry is, I don't know how much money they gave her, but this is, shameful. Plants sit on a shelf, and a fan runs cool air down to cool down the employee. The skylight on top is tinted blue, because it's indoors. Pamphlets and signs adorn the walls, probably propaganda that say, don't join a union, if I know Amazon well. A computer waits for the employee to load up a guided meditation video. Quote, with AmaZen, I wanted to create a space that's quiet, that people could go and focus on their mental and emotional well-being, Layla Brown, the Amazon employee who invented the booth, said in the video. Oh, you're so gross. You used to work here, and you created this, and now you're selling it to other people that are going through the horrible things you already know because you already worked for them. You're gross. Quote, "The Zen booth is an interactive kiosk where you can navigate through a library of mental health and mindful practices to recharge the internal battery." Again, these people, they're literally talking about human beings that work there as if they're some sort of robots, but beyond the Freudian slips that they're basically apathetic to the needs of their workers in every way possible. This is a scream box, and I have a solution. You guys know I'm very much a solutions-oriented guy. If you work at Amazon and they're just installing a whole bunch of these, you guys don't get bathroom breaks. Don't pee in a bottle. Go in the scream box and pee. Don't shit in a bag. Pretend that you thought it was a porta potty. Play stupid. Go take a dump in the scream box. That's what you should do. And if you guys do this enough where you guys just play stupid, be like, listen, I went in there, it was so peaceful inside that, and I had to pee because I hadn't been allowed to pee for the last 18 hours, so I wet my pants. The meditation worked so well that I vacated my bowels all over the shelves. It worked well. I'm sorry, I didn't know. I thought it was a porta potty that they had spruced up in there. And with the fan blowing on me and everything, I started to fall asleep and I just peed a little bit. That's how you get rid of the scream box. Teach them a fucking lesson. If you work for Amazon, pee in the scream box. Anyway, this is absolutely disgusting. I highly recommend you read this article from Vice and watch this video. Exactly how fucking dystopian are we going to allow this country to get? But in other news, it does look like we might get a recount. It's going to be weeks before we know about the Bessemer, Alabama. They tried to unionize a couple of months back, if you guys remember. And I thought they would unionize because the results took forever to come out. And I thought they had actually voted to unionize, and that's why they were trying to sneak the results out quiet, hush-hush-like. But as it turns out, the reason they took so long to come out is because Amazon literally, union busted, and they have been now found guilty of union busting, so they're actually, this decision needs to be upheld by one more court, I believe, one more judge, and then they'll actually have a recount in Bessemer, and Amazon putting their thumb on the scales, maybe they will unionize. So, but beyond that, if this gives workers any more reason to unionize against Amazon, the fucking scream box, are you kidding me? Have you seen, in the picture here is bananas. It's like the size of a fucking closet. It's literally like they say, it's like an upright coffin where you go to cry when you have your, first 5-minute break of the day. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. How dystopian are we going to allow ourselves to become in this country? I wonder. I wish we could stop right now and start implementing some socialist policies, and then maybe we wouldn't be so much like the fucking Simpsons. Anyway, keep fighting the good fight out there, guys. I'll talk to you later.